Hi, my name is Aditya, and today me and my team members Toshal, Shehzad, and Joel are here to give a demonstration on the parking management application, and we are in group one. So this is our landing page for the parking management application, and this is where a user uh, can log in. Since we don't have any records in our database, we would go ahead and do a new registration and just to show our database, this is our system users. We have no entries here, and the user details, which stores some extra information about the users. This is empty as well. So, I would- uh, I would show you how to. Okay, so uh, as you can see here, these are all the validations that we have performed for our input fields. The username must be between 4 and 10 characters, the password as well, and the roles and the permit types have to be selected. So I would just go ahead and make an entry here, and I would select a password. I'm just going to select a random password here. So the first validation is that a password must contain at least one uppercase and one number. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna insert an incorrect password here. So it should prompt us, prompt that the password do not match. And I'm gonna go ahead and enter the correct passwords here. So I'm gonna select the parking user and the permit type would be basic. And I'm gonna click on register. So everything just worked fine here. So now we are in the user detail page, and these are all the fields which have to be mandatory. And so I'm gonna go ahead and enter the name of the user, and the middle name is not mandatory, and I'm gonna put in the last name. So the sex field is also not mandatory, so we can select whatever we want. So the birth date, the validation is that the date which we're gonna select as our date of birth should be greater than today's date. So if I go ahead and select 13 February, it should prompt me that the birth date cannot be after the current date. So I'm gonna select a date which is 1st February 2019, which is before this current date. Now I'm gonna select the address, and okay, so now I'm gonna show you the validation for the email. So I'm just gonna put in some random characters, and it says that the email address needs to contain an at the rate. Put in at the rate, and it says that the domain name is invalid. So gmail.com. So this should accept the email. Yes, it does. So I'm gonna enter the phone number. It has to be 10 digits. So I'm gonna just put in some random digits. It should be 10 digits. So I'm gonna put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are 10 digits, and yep. So the driver's license number is has to be 8 digits. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. And the validation for the expiry date is same as uh, the date of birth.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry, there are no validations for
but it's mandatory.
driver's license, but it
It
has
is
to be mandatory. So I'm going to select this date. Uh, so the registration again has to be 10 digits. So I'm going to just put in digits, so less than 3. It should be between 6 and 10 characters. And okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and the UTID, it should start with 100. So if I to tell me, it prompted me to enter that the UTID should start with 100. So I'm just gonna go ahead and correct all these fields, and I'm gonna enter a UTID starting with 100, and I'm gonna click submit, and we are routed back to the login page, and I'm gonna show you, and it shows that the registration is successful. And just to show you if this has updated our database or not, I'm gonna just run this query, and as you can see here, the username is Toshal, and the role is parking users. It's he's not revoked, and the permit type is basic. And I'm gonna run this query to show you the user details. So as you can see, the user ID, it's a foreign key, and here are all the details uh, for uh, all the details for the user. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the user by just logging in now. So this is our homepage for the user who has just registered, and now I'm going to show you uh, the functionality of view parking spot. Yeah, so I'm going to click on view parking spot, and so here we have we are,
So as my partner was saying, so here we have the available areas, parking areas. That is Davis, Maverick, Netherman. So you can select anyone. If you select Davis, we will go to we'll see the all the floors and the types, permit type, floor number, permit type, number of spots. If we select a single spot, we'll see the number of spots that are. So since we have a like a dummy entry right now, so we have only two spots in the table. So that's the same for Maverick Garage. You can just check it. If it's Maverick Garage is like it's like basic. So there's a spot. You can see the spots, and over here when the later features of the program will be having sub reservation when we as well. So this is like how the system works. So all these are links that are not working. We'll be updating them in the future, near future. So we just log out, and now we'll go and create a administrator. So we'll get an administrator. An administrator, you can select a permit type, but it is not necessary. But for like a parking user, permit type is a necessary field. So we'll just register, and okay, password must contain at least a number. So okay, we'll register. Oh, sorry. It is our as admin, and okay. So now you'll enter the details.
May I have your attention?
Okay. So we just like
Library is now closed to all non-student guests. All non-student guests must exit the
Oscar.
building. Security will be.
So we are just filling out the details. So this is like a basic, and this is the phone number, and we'll enter the driving license number. We just use the same as the previous one, and